Eastern Russia's taiga is an environment built to kill. For months, the landscape is buried under deep snow and temperatures stay locked far below zero. For a large, warm-blooded animal, these conditions create a biological bottleneck. Body heat is lost much faster than it can be replaced, leading to a fatal calorie deficit in a landscape where food is almost non-existent. Yet, navigating right through the center of this frozen wilderness is the largest wildcat alive today. A fully grown male Siberian tiger can stretch over 3 meters from nose to tail, carrying a massive weight of more than 300 kilograms. The tiger does more than endure these constraints. Its entire physiology is integrated into the frozen landscape, allowing it to move and hunt where other large mammals would starve. The first major obstacle this predator faces is the ground itself. Deep powder typically traps an animal of this size, forcing it to burn energy with every plunging step until it collapses from exhaustion. To solve this, the tiger relies on exceptionally broad paws. They function like built-in snowshoes, distributing that 300-kilogram weight across a wider surface area so the cat stays on top of the snow instead of sinking into it. Then there's the temperature. The tiger is wrapped in a dense, specialized coat of fur that acts as heavy-duty thermal insulation, sealing off its core temperature from the sub-zero air. But staying warm and mobile creates a third problem: hunting. A predator 3 meters long is typically easy to spot when trying to ambush the few deer that live in this barren landscape. The tiger's dark stripes provide an optical illusion. Against the white ground, the vertical lines of bare trees, and the deep shadows of the winter forest, the pattern breaks up its silhouette. From the dimensions of its footprint to the geometry of its coat, every physical characteristic is a specific adaptation to an otherwise unsurvivable ecosystem. Because prey is spread so thin, the tiger hunts entirely alone. Every day, it walks a solitary patrol across dozens of kilometers of territory in search of a meal. Closing the distance on a target requires immense patience. Each silent step is an evaluation of energy spent moving through the trees against the probability of a successful strike. When the prey is within 30 meters, the tiger commits. It launches forward, trading its stealth for burst speed and power to close the final gap in a matter of seconds. A successful takedown yields enough caloric fuel to sustain the cat for several days, but missing a strike carries a severe penalty. In an environment with zero margin for error, a failed chase represents an unrecoverable loss of calories. Too many wasted sprints, and the predator moves closer to starvation. By the middle of the 20th century, this predator encountered a force its biology wasn't built to fight. Human expansion began pushing rapidly into the eastern Russian forests. Tiger population data from the early 1900s shows a stable baseline. As industrial logging destroyed hunting grounds and poachers targeted their fur, numbers collapsed. By the mid-1900s, the wild population plummeted to fewer than 50 individuals. The animal that had spent millennia adapting to the frozen wilderness was on the verge of being erased entirely. Biology that allowed the tiger to dominate the ice for generations had no defense against industry. The only thing that stopped their extinction was a deliberate choice by the very species wiping them out. Governments established protected zones and deployed anti-poaching patrols to secure the remaining habitats. These boundaries gave the tigers room to breed, allowing their numbers to slowly pull back from the brink, though they remain endangered today. Deep inside the Russian forests, the survivors continue their solitary patrols. They move through the moonlit pines as unseen shadows, leaving massive tracks. Their survival proves a stark reality. Even a 300-kilogram apex predator is fragile, and its continued presence in the wilderness now depends entirely on our active choice to protect it.